Okay, you're good.
Okay. Want to welcome everyone to 2021. Happy New Year to everyone, and welcome to the first meeting of the year, Wednesday, January 6th. We are experiencing
I
some
don't really
technical
hear.
difficulties.
I don't hear them though, Rick.
V, I need you to press mute, Valencia. All right, so yeah, we're working through some technical issues, so just bear with us. Jen, just kind of be on standby to fill in for Valencia.
All right,
Mike,
the camera should work too.
Valencia and Rick Deek, I know you're working through some things, but I need you to mute. We are live. Thank you. Councilman Ray, do you have an agenda?
I do, Mr. President.
Okay, let's go through the agenda. Under communications, item number 1,
Receive and file,
2,
receive and file,
3,
receive and file,
4,
receive and file,
5,
receive and file,
6,
receive and file,
7,
receive and file,
8,
receive and file,
9,
INS and planning,
there were no public comments. We don't have any speakers today. Under ordinances, number 1,
suspend and consent,
number 2,
suspend and consent,
number 3,
suspend and consent,
number 4,
suspend and consent,
number 5.
suspend and consent.
Okay. Valencia, I see that you are back in your office or at the desk. Do you have your full audio?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
All right, we're going to go back through the agenda. Mike, from the top under communications.
Item 1 is receive and file,
2,
receive and file,
3,
receive and file,
4,
receive and file,
5,
receive and file,
6,
receive and file,
7,
receive and file,
8,
receive and file,
9.
INS and planning.
No public comments under ordinances, number 1,
Suspend and consent,
2,
suspend and consent,
3,
suspend and consent,
4,
suspend and consent,
5.
suspend and consent.
All right. Are you all ready to go into the meeting?
Yes,
This is
Mr.
not
President, we do have public hearings as well.
Yes. Oh, wow. Thank you. On the back. Under ordinances 20298. Thank you, Mike.
We'll have a public hearing January 15th, 2021 at 2:30 p.m.
Under ordinance 20299.
We'll have a public hearing January 15th, 2021 at 2:40 p.m.
Under ordinance 20300.
We'll have a public hearing Friday, January 15th, 2021 at 2:50 p.m.
Got to get used to saying 2021. Under ordinance 20-301.
We will have a public hearing set for Friday, January 15th, 2021 at 3 p.m.
All right. Thank you for that. Now, are you ready to go into the council meeting? All right. This meeting on Wednesday, January 6, 2021 is now called to order. Clerk, call the roll.
Adamzat,
Here.
Davis, Councilperson Davis.
Here.
Hughes,
Here.
No, Hughes is absent.
excuse me, was that Councilperson Davis?
Yeah, that was Davis is here. Councilperson Hughes is not present.
McNally,
Here.
Oliver,
Here.
Ray,
Here.
Turner,
Here.
Kitchen.
Here. There are no minutes to approve, so we'll jump right into communications. Councilwoman Davis, I see your hand.
Yeah, Mr. President, I don't know, is it on my end that it's breaking up, or is that the whole broadcast? Because I'm getting like a big delay.
We hear you. It may be on your end, but we hear you.
Anita,
Okay.
when you
Yeah.
when you called me before the meeting started, I saw a delay when you hung up the phone. I mean, I see you're getting a delay.
Okay, thanks.
Yes. Under communications, item number 1, Councilman Ray.
Mr. President, I move that under communications, items 1 through 9 be received and filed and sent to INS's planning.
Second.
All right, that motion carries. There are no public comments. Under ordinances, ordinance number 1.
To retroactively adopt and approve the appropriations contained in Exhibit A and here to attach and make proof thereof. The purpose of this legislation is for the reconciliation of the 2020 budget.
Councilman Ray.
Mr. President, I move to suspend the rules of council and place ordinances items 1 through 5 before council for passage pursuant to the consent agenda.
Second.
Roll call on the suspension.
Adamzak,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes,
McNally,
Yes.
Oliver,
Yes.
Ray,
Yes.
Turner,
Yes.
6 yeas for the suspension.
The rules of council have been suspended. Are there any other remarks? Roll call on the passage.
Adamzak,
Yes.
Davis,
yes,
McNally,
Yes.
Oliver,
Yes.
Ray,
Yes.
Turner,
Yes.
6 yeas for the passage.
Ordinances 1 through 5 have all been passed. Under ordinances, under public hearings, ordinance 20-298.
Changing the zone classification of the property located at 369 East Lucius.
Councilman Ray.
Mr. President, a public hearing has been set for January 15, 2021 at 2:30 PM for ordinance 20-298.
Ordinance 20-298 has been set for public hearing, January 15th at 2:30 PM. Under public hearings, ordinance 20-299.
Changing the zone classification of the property located at 3726 Erie Street.
Councilman Ray.
Mr. President, for ordinance 20-299, a public hearing has been set for Friday, January 15th, 2021 at 2:40 PM.
All right, ordinance 20-299 set for public hearing for January 15th at 2:40 PM. Under ordinance 20-300.
Changing the zoning classification of the property located at 3662 Loveland Road.
Councilman Ray.
Mr. President, for ordinance 20-300, a public hearing has been set for Friday, January 15th, 2021 at 2:50 PM.
All right, ordinance 20-300 set for public hearing, January 15th at 2:50 PM. And ordinance 20-301.
Changing the zone classification of the property located at Powers Way.
Councilman Ray.
Mr. President, for ordinance 20-301, a public hearing has been set for Friday, January 15th, 2021 at 3 PM.
Thank you. Ordinance 20-301 has been set for public hearing January 15th at 3:00 PM. Ladies and gentlemen, that does conclude our agenda. Is there anything from the First Ward, Councilman Oliver?
Just want to say Happy New Year to everybody, all my colleagues, all the citizens in the city, and encourage everybody to no longer accept mediocrity. Thank you. And it's New Year. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Second Ward, Councilman Jimmy Hughes is not here. Third Ward, Samantha, Councilwoman Turner.
Thank you, Mr. President. This is a sad day for us. And as elected officials and as one of the elected officials here in the city, I just want to say that the actions that are happening in our nation's capital is unacceptable. That is something we will not tolerate here in the city of Youngstown, and I hope in the state of Ohio. But we all must stand together. If we are not learning anything from the actions that are unfolding in front of us, we have to stand together. We have to stand together to protect our family, our friends, and most importantly, our community. So please try to have a happy and peaceful new year, and remember to stay positive by staying negative from COVID-19. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
Thank you. Fourth Ward, Councilman Ray.
Thank you, Mr. President. Happy New Year, everyone. It's good to be back in a new year. We do have some complicating times here ahead of us, but we need to remember that's a small fraction of society that's doing that, and we do need to remain positive, wear our masks, stay safe, keep your distance. Thank you.
Thank you. Fifth Ward, Councilwoman McNally.
Thanks. I just can't seem to get rid of 2020, no matter how hard we try. Happy New Year. Oh,
Right.
but yeah, I mean, I do, need to say that what's happening today at the federal, at our Capitol building, that's a treasonous act, and I don't tolerate it. And no, I don't think any of us as city officials would want to, or as elected officials would tolerate it. It really has no place in society or our government. And I don't know if this is something we want to do or is even possible, but if we want to talk about making a resolution to really call on our state and federal office holders to accept the results of the November election and to hold these people accountable for their actions today to the fullest extent of the law. That's it. Happy New Year. Demaine, I think you're muted.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Can you hear me now? Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh.
I was going to say thank you, Councilwoman McNally. I don't know how I got muted. I can touch it, but it's okay. Definitely something to consider going forward, what you had to say, Councilwoman McNally. Sixth Ward, Councilwoman Davis.
Thank you, Mr. President. First off, I want to say get well soon to my colleague on council, Councilman Hughes. Jimmy, get well soon. We need you back here. Secondly, I want to echo the comments of Samantha and Lauren, and anyone who knows me, and I know our clerk knows that I carry this around with me. I don't know if you guys see this. I carry this around. I have about 200 here in my house that I pass out to people, because this is the thing that guides me and has guided me since 1978. I've sworn to uphold the Constitution of the United States of America. And I can't tell you just how terribly angry I am at what has taken place today. I'm an individual, I'm not a nerd, but I have always bragged about my country to other people. And what this has done today has really just tore at my heart. We are a nation of law, we are a democracy, and I have always believed that we were the shining example to the world of democracy. And I want every single person who was involved in this brought to justice immediately. I'm gonna get off of this here because I'm about to cry because I'm just so furious. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Seventh Ward, Councilwoman Adams-Zack.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'm first going to ask and request that perhaps next time we can rotate, because I always speak last, and by that time, my colleagues have stated everything that needs to be said. So at this time, I will just say that I share the same sentiments as them and wish everyone a happy new year. And I have not mentioned publicly before. I typically don't solicit concern and prayer, but I do ask that in the upcoming weeks, our next council meeting, I will not be present because my dad will be having surgery. He was diagnosed with cancer. I have not shared it with you guys, so I do want to let you know that's why I've been a little bit distant and absent from some things. So I do ask for your prayers at the upcoming meeting. Thank you.
Well, thank you. I will honor your request at the next meeting. Remind me to start at 7 and count down to 1. Certainly want to keep your dad in our prayers. We hope and pray that all goes well with him. Certainly today will go down as one of the darkest days in the history of our nation. And we know we've seen plenty dark days in the history of our nation, but today I'm sure will go down as one of those days that we don't want to be remembered for, but we'll keep our nation in prayer as well. Before we leave, Aaron Bishop, if you're on the line, I just want to get an update from you on where we are with the vaccinations and our COVID update, if you would.
Mm-hmm. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Good afternoon or good evening, everyone. We are excited. Today was our 5th day of doing our vaccination clinics. We have been doing them thanks to Dawn and the Parks and Recreation Department for opening up the Eugenia Atkinson Rec Center. We were there on Monday and Tuesday. And then today we were out in the community. We spent the morning at Meridian Community Care at 550 Chalmers. And then in the afternoon, we did the Carter homes. So we were at 32 Willis. So right now we're in phase 1A. And the very first day we did the EMS workers that work on AMR, and we did 19 of our firefighters that are trained in EMS. So again, right now we're strictly at 1A. And working with our group homes. We're working with people with developmental disabilities. So there are many people that live throughout our community in congregate living settings. And we're able to, like I said, if they're able to come to Eugenia Atkinson, we're doing it there. But then we also are going into the community and giving the vaccinations. 1B will be starting, as the governor said, in about 2 weeks. So we did open up a link on our website. It is covid19.youngstownohio.gov. And thanks to Rick Deek for helping us. Also, we're working with the Harvard Bloomberg group, and they helped us kind of update this new website. So we have a direct link there that people can go ahead 65 and older and sign up so that we have a list. And as soon as we can open up 1B, we will go ahead and call those people or email them, depending on what they put on, and get them signed up and scheduled for the first few open vaccination clinics. We also probably late February, early March, will be starting to go to different churches. So these are all things that we want to make sure that as many people that want to get the vaccination will get it. But we do have to follow the guidelines of the Ohio Department of Health. In the next round, we also will be doing the schools, the teachers. The goal is to get the kids back in school. So the best way is to get our teachers vaccinated. So we also on our website have a sign up for our schools. So people have been, we went from, I think when Rick set up the site right after Christmas, we had a couple hits a day. And then yesterday we had 500 hits on our COVID-19 website. So people are definitely going there, getting the information that they need and signing up. So I have a huge list right now. And today I was scheduling, doctors' offices that are in the city of Youngstown. I was scheduling them for them to come and get their vaccination. So I appreciate everyone's patience. And again, this is, going to be a long process, but we are doing vaccination clinics Monday through Friday, 8 to 4. Probably when we open up to 1B, we'll start doing some weekends and some later evening hours. So we're also, if you know of people that are RNs that want to donate some time to help us administer the shots, that would be wonderful. Because, we only have 2 nurses on staff at the health department, unfortunately. So we're just hoping that, if anyone, anyone that wants to just donate some time and be a part of, public health history and vaccinations, they can contact the health department. So that's where we're at right now. And if you have any questions, let me know.
Well, thank you, Aaron. You guys are doing a fine job, particularly given the shorthanded staff and things of that nature. You may have answered this, or you may have already said it. Are these vaccines the single shot doses, or are these the two-part vaccinations?
That's what's hard, is that they are the two. They're Moderna. So the first shots, they have to wait 4 or 28 days from that first shot. So what'll be hard is once we go back, we'll have to go and give everyone else the second shot. So that's why we almost need more nurses, so that we can continue to keep the first shot going while we go back and do the second shots for everybody.
So the process is in place where if the person received their first shot, then they're basically scheduled to come back. So it's not like a overwhelming situation. You guys are trying to streamline it and get them calendared so that they know when to come back, or how does that work?
Correct. Yeah, there is a very short window. So we really encouraging that 28 days. We're not really telling a lot of people, but there's like a 4-day window, but it's pretty.
You just did.
I just told you. But no, so we're definitely, as they leave, they know when they're coming back that next time, and they'll want to be there, to kind of get on that schedule.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
Okay, well, you guys keep up the good work. You stay safe as well. And again, we appreciate your efforts. All right, is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All right, thank you. We are adjourned at 5:55 p.m. Again, have a good night, stay safe, and we'll see you at the next